It looks so freaking good. You guys are gonna be, look at this. Just a little sneak peek. Stay tuned. This video sucked to make, but it was well worth it, so check it out. Happening. Already getting started on the Jeep. As you guys just saw, we picked up the Jeep a couple of weeks ago, and I couldn't wait to get started on it. So, let me show you. It's raining outside. Can't do crap. So, what I thought about is, let's make the interior look freaking awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little vent covers, I guess, this trim, that trim, this trim, and hopefully we can do the steering wheel cover. I think it comes out. I am not 100% on it, but we're gonna try to do it. So we're gonna take all that off and paint it. Also, I know this is a little bit hard to get out, from what I've heard. So I wasn't sure how to get them out. I tried, so I asked in the Jeep forum. I guess you can check YouTube, I guess, my video, and see it and learn how to do it. But yeah, this is a little tricky. As you can see, they move around, so there's not really, you know, much way or any way to really get this out. But I'm gonna show you in a second how to get that out. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna paint this, and I'm still deciding on the color. I got a bunch of paint in there in the garage, so we'll still decide on it, but I think we might have to just go with like a red accent on the interior of the Jeep, obviously, because that's kind of the theme of it, black and red. So yeah, let me get started without wasting any time, and let me show you guys how to move this tricky vents. So yeah, let me show you. So what you have to do is, every Jeep, from what I learned, every Jeep is a little bit different. On mine, the way I figured it out, I mean, some people said that this line has to be at the bottom. Some people, have it. Mine just happens to be at the top, basically. So let me show you on this one. Basically, what you have to do is, I lined up this little line with the little P, and if you can't really see it in there, but let me see if I can get some light in there. Yeah, there's not really any way to get light in there, but there's a little tab right there. When I take it off, I will show you guys. Oh, actually you can see the light. See, why you can see the light in there is because there's like a little hole in there that it's gonna let me let's find that light again. Yep. So I can put my flathead screwdriver and push down on it, and then I'm gonna have to turn this counterclockwise. So if let's see, let's try to get that light again really quick. It's kind of hard, but if I move this vent right there, so I'm gonna keep it steady. If I move this vent, you see how the light disappeared, and if I line it up again how I had it, if I can find it again, I guess. But yeah, basically there's a little tab in there. So that little tab, when you rotate the vent, that little tab gets covered. So you gotta find that little hole. It's like a small hole this big, so basically the vent and the tab line up, and then you put the flathead through there and just push it down, and then you will have to rotate counterclockwise. So mine, I just did mine because I just figured it out. So let me take this out since it's already pulled out. So as you guys can see right there, we have this is that tab basically. So you're pushing down on this, right? When you put your screwdriver through there, let me see. You put your screwdriver through there. This is kind of hard to do with one hand, but see, now it's not lined up, so there's no way for me to get it in there. So you guys see that the hole is getting covered if I move the vent. So I'm moving the vent right now, right? And then there's no way to get the screwdriver through there right now because it's covered. But if I line up the vent correctly, it creates an opening that I'm able to put my screwdriver through there, and then just push down, right? Just like that. Yeah, I can just push down like that, and then we turn it counterclockwise like this, maybe not even a quarter turn, and then you just basically just pull it out. So yeah, that's how you pull out the vents, and then to put it back in, obviously common sense. Line up, the openings right here. You got those little openings that are gonna go into those tabs, and then you just basically rotate it back in place. But yeah, this tab is basically what's holding the vent in, so you just gotta line up this with the hole and then to turn it clockwise. So let's remove all of them and then we'll pick up from there. Not fun. Food's here though. Delivery boy. Delivery boy.
You can do it.
Alright, so the vents are all out. All 4 of them are out. And so next thing we're gonna do is take out these trims right here. So these things you can just pop them out. Just get a screwdriver in there, a flathead, just pop them out, and they'll pry right out. Alright, but they do have this little X bolts, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them off anyways because I want to paint the plastic without this. I'm gonna leave this the original color. I don't want to paint over them, so you can just you know, unscrew them and take them off. So that one's out. Leave that there, and then we'll do this one right here. I think this one you actually have to unscrew everything for it to come out. This is a different size too. I haven't tried it yet, but there we go. Easy enough. Oh, there goes that. There we go. That's out. Leave that right here, and then we'll take out that one. Same thing, just pry it out.
No, it's a different size.
Yeah, it's a different size. But we can just pop that one out too. We don't have to. Where is this shit? What is it? Oh, the other one fell down, right?
Yeah, we got one on the ground. This one here.
Yeah. With this one we can just do the same thing. We can just pop it out without really, because this are held by clips. So you can see right here, there's 2 clips in the back. So it clips right in the door, so you don't have to take this out. Just goes 1 clip in there, 1 clip in there, and that's it. This is the second time I filmed the video, and the reason being is I rushed it the first time and I didn't, you know, having it done before on different types of plastics. I figured it'd be okay, but it wasn't. So let me show you without any further ado. So we started painting the interior pieces, or we're gonna paint the interior pieces again, the trims. But yeah, I mean, my mistake was basically what I did is I never sanded them down. I figured it would be okay. I hope you guys actually like this. So you guys getting a big reveal right now of what I'm gonna be doing to them. I think they look good. As you can imagine, they were that ugly gray color. But the problem is, as you can see, this is already like 3 days dry by now. But look at this. If I take my nail, cross it, the paint comes right off, as you can see. So the issue with that is that these things are like really like a shiny, glossy, you know, paint underneath. So my paint never really stuck to it. I didn't sand it down. I just wiped it down, and yeah, it just never really stuck to it. So yeah, so now we're gonna have to do it again. Lesson learned on my end. I mean, I already knew that. I already put it in the previous video that you should probably sand it down and you know, wipe it down, sand it down, and you know, use like a primer or adhesive or something. But I didn't do it. So lesson learned on my end. So we're gonna go ahead and like redo it now. So I went and got some sandpaper, some 600 grit. You know, it's like a pretty, like a fine, thin, smooth sandpaper that's not gonna grind or sand down the actual plastic. It's just gonna pretty much get that shine off of the trims. And obviously, you know, this is the paint I went with. You guys can go with whatever you want. This is Rust-Oleum. It's for plastic, as it says it right there, and it's got primer and paint. I didn't get a primer, or like I said, you can get a paint adhesive that you spray it on before you put the paint. I think by sanding it down, it would stick just fine. And yeah, so we'll get started. So I also got this thing. It's like a type of alcohol which they use in this to keep the paint from not drying nice and thin. So this is in this already, but since these are dry, we're gonna use this to thin that out, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I don't know how I'm gonna. I already started working on this one earlier. Like I said, you know, they come right off. Like, you can just scrape the paint off. It never stuck to it, so it's peeling right off of it. It sucks, but you know, whatever. I mean, some of them came out pretty good, like this one. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but this one came out really clean and nice and, you know, good. But at least you can see the, you know, finished product right now. But like, just the only problem, like I said, is it's not sticking to the paint. You can scrape it right off. Look at that. I mean, it's not sticking to the plastic. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna have to do it again, I guess. But gonna waste some time sanding it down and cleaning it out. But it's just something that I have to do. But like I said, lesson learned on my end. So, you know, it's just kind of like a better heads up and better process for you guys to do it the right way. You know, fast, like I said, like they say, slow is fast. I guess I was trying to go fast, so it's gonna be slower. So yeah, I mean, I'll get started on this. Clean them out. I already filmed the process of how I took off all the trims, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get the little vent plastics out. So I already filmed that part, so I'll use that same footage, I guess, on this video, just to show you guys how to take them off. But it's not a hard process. But yeah, so I guess I'll get started. I get some water, some soap, some rags, and we'll start sanding away. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, you know. But I'll just put on probably a time lapse or something, because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me just sanding down for, you know, 3 hours. So all right, so yeah, let's get started. It's another learning lesson. I just finished the second one, and as you guys can see, look how clean this came out. This came out absolutely great. The first one was all sand. Well, not all sand, all sanding. This one, I used the alcohol on the rag, and it took the shine right off of it after I took the paint off. So I think this is honestly the way to go. As you can see, it's ready for paint. This is pretty much bare plastic, no shine, nothing. So I think this is gonna stick up pretty good at this surface. I mean, there's some tips over here and everything, but it's still sanded down, so there's still a surface for the paint to grab on right there anyways. But yeah, I think the way to go is just use the alcohol, and it takes the shine right off of it without honestly even sanding it. There wouldn't even be any need to sand at this point. So yeah, on to the next one. All right, made it just in time, I guess. It's getting dark out. I'm tired. Took about like 2 hours to get everything sanded down, but we finally have them down. So let's take a look at them. Yeah, I mean, I sanded them actually pretty much. I took all the shine off, as you can see, a little bit of shine over there, and obviously the vent covers have some shine, but everything else sanded down pretty good. So, you know, I guess what I'm gonna use is basically just this generic Rust-Oleum primer and paint. This is also bonds to plastic right there, obviously. So the first one I used wasn't this one. It was an enamel or whatever you want to call those, and yeah, that just didn't work any good. But yeah, I mean, some extra work, we got it done. So hopefully you guys don't make the same mistake. Make sure you sand them down, and you know, either primer paint or just the primer itself, or adhesive, like a paint adhesive, anything, you know, for plastic. But me a lot. Kind of like this alcohol, this paint thinner. This helped a lot. Basically, just took a rag, just like that. As you guys can see, the paint, just a rag, get it wet, and just pin on it, and it took the paint right off of it. So I guess let's get started and get paint and see how it comes out. So let's go. Alright, so we got like a coat and a half in. I put like a really light coat first, like a drizzle, just like a little, just get some dots in there and just get the paint settling in. And then one trick you guys can use is I was hoping for the sun to stay, but it went away. So use a blow dryer, like a regular blow dryer or heat gun, and that will help up with drying out a lot faster. But yeah, so like a coat and a half in, as you guys can see, pretty good. Almost spotless, apart from the original scratches already. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's a pretty good coat. This one has some scratches, but nothing. I could have filled that in. That actually looks pretty bad on camera, but it doesn't look as bad in person. That one is still wet. That one is the last one I just painted. So yeah, I could have filled that in. I showed it, but I guess not. But yeah, here's the speakers and the vents. Same thing. So I'm gonna let them dry a little bit, then I'm gonna hit them up with another. Coat. One thing I forgot to do is I got paint on my nose. One thing I forgot to do is to take out the steering wheel. I was planning on doing that. I just never got to it, but I guess I could probably just do it now, right? While I'm waiting for this to dry, so that way you guys can see too how it's done. Pretty much taking the cover off the steering wheel, the 3-pointers. So I guess we can do that now. Yeah, let's get to it. I'll put the camera on, and now we can do it, I guess. All right, so let's get the steering wheel cover off. So this is what we're gonna take off. This part right here, and this are the 3 pieces. So first things first, though, you guys might want to do is disconnect the battery so the airbag doesn't blow up in your face. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick right now, and then we'll get started. All right, now that we got the battery off, what we got is right the side of the steering wheel right here. So right next to the light, there's a 10mm on each side. So we'll get those off, and that should be able to release the airbag. So we got one. Make sure you don't lose those. Got 2. Alright, so hopefully this thing doesn't blow up in my face, even though we got no power. So we'll disconnect this babies right here. It doesn't take much for this thing to go off, so I'm trying to be careful. As careful as I can, I guess. So airbag yellow with yellow and black with black. So we got them matching on the steering wheel right there. And then this I think might be the horn. Yeah, so this, I guess, I don't know. I think I just pulled that off, so at least we got that out of the way. It didn't blow up in our face. So let's check out what we got over here. So there's like 4 torque bits over here that I think hold on to this. That hold on to the actual plastic. So let me try to figure out what this is. There was 4 T20s. Where are we? Right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we should just be able to, kind of like pry this out, I guess. So I got a little pry tool here. You guys can use a screwdriver, whatever. I'm just trying to not break anything, I guess, because these things are like super tight in. So I don't know. Well, I guess not as hard as I thought, but yeah, like I said, I don't want to break anything, so I might have to use 2 hands here. So we got her out. So yeah, so basically we got 2 clips on each side right here. So 1 clip right there, 1 clip right underneath there, and with these things there was 2 screws underneath it, one here, that held this piece together, and those were basically just did I just lose one? Your generic Phillips So yeah, and then he just popped out. I just pried it from right here, boom, popped it up, and then he came right out. So now I'm gonna disconnect all the hand controls here, and then we got a kind of some mini what are those? It looks like a T-bit. So yeah, let me disconnect that and then we'll pick up from there. Right, the whole piece is out. Common sense, the little wiring harnesses, and then I'm gonna take this off. These are T10s. I just tried it, so those are T10s, so remove those, and then we should be ready for paint. Let it sand down, and then we should be good for paint. So let's get going. Steering cover, sand it down. You guys don't have to go crazy on it. This is kind of like all the dust anyway, so if you wipe it down, yeah, just a few minutes, just sand it down, just as so the paint can stick. That's pretty much all we need. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean it with some alcohol before I start painting. Right, pretty much. And I think they're looking pretty good, man. A lot better, like perfect little shine. Not not like grindy or grimy or whatever you want to call it. It's very nice and clean. So definitely happy with the end product, but we still got the splatter to go. So I'm just gonna leave it dry. I don't know. I might leave it overnight to obviously dry to touch, so I can install it in the morning. But I might come throughout the night and just splatter the white and then hit up with the clear coat once it dries in like a couple hours. So let's go ahead and start painting this thing now. Yes, the day is finally here. Finally done with everything. So without any further ado, we're not gonna waste any time. Let's just go ahead and throw it in the car, and then we'll talk about it again. But yeah, let me show you guys how that will come out. I think everything came out pretty good. A few blemishes, like this big splatter right there. A few other little things, but other than that, everything came out pretty awesome, and they're pretty sturdy too. Like, they're holding up pretty good, not scratching off or peeling like they were before. So definitely happy with it. So I hit them with two coats of clear coat. So they've been drying for a while now, and it's finally sunny out here. So yeah, let's get started. Throw them on. I'll put you guys a time lapse, because pretty much just reverse order of how we took them off, and yeah, we'll talk about it after. Just excited to finally put them back on, because I haven't been able to drive my Jeep in like 3 days because it's all torn apart. So let's get started. Yes, finally, we have done it. Success, victory is ours. I'm tired. Such a little thing, make you so tired. But like I said, I made my mistake, so I hope you guys can learn from it. But it came absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with it. I'm so excited. It changes up the whole interior of the car. So without further ado, let me show you guys how it came out. And stay tuned. Got a lot of Jeep stuff going on. Lots of parts, fenders. I'm putting the lift, lights, everything. So stay tuned if you guys like this Jeep stuff. Stay tuned. I'll try to make the videos better than this one, because this one's kind of all over the place, because it took like 3 days to get everything done. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And like I said, if you want to stay for the more Jeep stuff, or stay for more Jeep stuff. There you go. If you want to stay for more Jeep stuff, just subscribe to the channel, and I'll be putting out like videos like a couple of times a week at this point. So I want to get it over with, because the weather's nice. I want to be able to drive the car. So yeah, let's take a look at this trims, how they came out. The montage in 3, 2, 1.